I'm Dr. Ebling. Welcome to another episode of Random Vlogging. This episode, I'm actually going to tackle, life circumstances, and that your thoughts are in direct alignment with your life circumstances. So if you don't like the way your life is going right now, all you have to do is change your mind. And I know that sounds pretty easy, and it's not easy. It's not easy. It takes a lot of discipline, self-discipline, and knowing how to change the inner dialogue that you are constantly feeding to yourself every day. One thing to look at is evaluate your circumstances. Do you find yourself around a lot of drama a lot of times? Well, chances are is because what you choose to allow will continue. So if you don't like having all this drama in your life, disconnect. I know it sounds easier. It is hard. In order to improve your life, you have to want to change your mind. If you're tired of the way things are happening, you're going to have to want to change in order to make the change. So if you don't, you can keep on scrolling through YouTube. But if you're here because you genuinely want help moving forward in your life, then stay tuned. I'm going to go over some things that will improve your life pretty quickly if you follow it exactly how I list it. So let's talk about toxic relationships and how to identify them. If you're ever around people that just you feel so drained after being around them because they're a chronic complainer or they're always sick all the time, this is so contagious. And by separating yourself from these type of people, you'll notice your health improves as well. So take that into consideration. If you are around people that make you feel like you have to walk on eggshells, that's so toxic. Get away. This does take discipline on your part. You have to follow through with this every day. You have to consciously think of how to separate from this type of behavior. Learning self-respect is another way to improve your life. We're taught growing up that, what we allow will continue, yes, but in order to not allow that to continue, put your foot down, create boundaries for yourself. Having a healthy boundary is so important in healing from the inside out, but also improving your life dramatically. So getting rid of toxic people, relationships I'm talking about, and not allowing that back into your life. You're going to notice a big change in your health and your wellness. You're going to start attracting more people that are in your mindset, the ones that are wanting to heal or have healed. You're going to start seeing them come around. It's going to feel awkward losing friends, and you're going to feel like just you don't matter. But you have to remind yourself that you matter, and that's why you're wanting to make this change. Learning self-respect. Do you ever notice that people come to you and just unload their life story on you? It's because they trust you, and you are a healer. And in order to move forward in your life, to become the ultimate healer, and to be healthy and heal yourself in the meantime, I encourage you to take up the practice of meditation. And it can mean any type of meditation. It doesn't have to be one way or another. I started learning meditation by just spending time by myself and just consciously breathing. And I would count my breaths and listen to my breaths and just be amazed at how my body responds to the breath. Walking in nature, listening to the beautiful sounds that nature celebrates and sings to you. Whether it's water rushing down a brook, birds singing, the wind wisping in the trees, whatever it sounds like to you. And I encourage you to walk barefoot because this is considered the practice of grounding. When you're feeling disconnected from yourself, this is the best thing to do for yourself, is to walk barefoot somewhere in a park, in the woods, in a safe environment, obviously, but grounding is so, so important in healing. So get out in nature more often and learn a meditation practice. And guided meditations on YouTube are awesome as well. Or driving Have you ever driven somewhere and realized, oh my gosh, how did I get here? I don't even remember driving here. Well, you're in the hypnagogic state, and that is also a form of meditation because your thoughts just take on its own thing. You just start realizing, oh my gosh, I've been daydreaming all this time and I have no idea how I got here, but I'm here and I'm safe because you can actually focus consciously on the traffic around you and also leave the body and become this spiritual self. This is what daydreaming is, when you're in your imagination more than you're in your physical body. And you can leave the body at any time. You're not just this body. You are so much more. Realizing that you are the spirit, you are the soul behind the body. And your body is just basically the avatar in this life. And the soul is actually what's, creating all your moves, all your ideas that come to mind. This is the soul dropping in ideas that you think are your own. They're actually from your higher self, dropping from the other side. And if you meditate, you'll be able to hear the voice so much clearer and better than you ever have. Your thoughts have an energy behind them. Say, for instance, you walk into a room that nobody's in, but it just feels a little off for some reason. Chances are there was an argument in the room before you got in there, and they might have left. The same goes for you're walking down the hallway and you forget what you went to go get, and so you walk back to where you were and instantly remember. It's because your thoughts have a specific energy, and walking right back into that energy where the thought originated helps you to remember what it was that you were going after. So thoughts are an energy. They're living energy. So when you walk into a room and you feel weird about it, trust that. That is your intuition telling you that something is a little off here. The energy's a little bit off. And you can always change that as well by just breathing love into the room, and you will notice a big change. The saying, when you walk into a room, you light up the room. Well, there's so much truth behind that, because your thoughts, when you walk into the room, you're happy. People can sense that. With your smile even. Smile at people and watch how their energy changes in an instant. It's so magical, and it is so much fun spreading love in the community. We need you. Finding the positive in every situation. It does take practice, especially if you're used to finding or thinking the worst scenario. We got to think of the best scenario of how things are going to work out. But in the meantime, how to improve and find the positive in everything is look at it through the perspective of love. Say, for instance, 9/11, what a catastrophic time that was. Horrible. But what happened right after that? An outpouring of love and compassion from all over the world just came pouring in. The planet really needed that at that time. In such a catastrophic event, this is what happened. Say, for instance, I'm going to give you another example. Your boyfriend breaks up with you. Yeah, you're heartbroken. But it's just making a way for a new soul to bless your life. Disconnect from those feelings and think of, something better is right around the corner. And before you know it, you are so right. Something better is waiting around the corner. Just because one thing ends, it doesn't mean something amazing is going to happen next. It's going to happen if you think that way, because your thoughts attract your reality. So pay attention to what you think about. Pay attention to how you think about it, and watch your reality change immediately. These are just some of the small things that I've done to improve my life. It's because I really wanted to improve my life. I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I imagine you probably are too if you were attracted to this video. So I'm sending you blessings of love and healing, and I wish you well on your journey. Thank you for tuning in and watching this episode. You're so important, and we really need you.